really happy with how that's turned out. Yeah. Hello, welcome to Driven It. I'm just admiring a bit of my handiwork when I've replaced the rear valance, which is on another upload. However, I'm going to tell you about one of the top secret things that the Citroen Visa hid from prospective buyers until you bought it and then went through the book and then you were like, what the? Yeah, this was phenomenal and very, very advanced for its time. And I'll tell you what that is, because you might be sitting there going, oh, a bit intrigued now, after this. One of the natty little ideas for Citroen Visa was removable rear seats. And so removable, they absolutely weigh nothing. Quite handy to have, you see, because when you load up your vehicle and you've got stuff in there to go to the dump or wherever, you want that little bit of extra space, you can take the seats out. However, you can also take the seats out and have them as comfortable picnic lounges. I know, right? There are not many other cars that had this, certainly not back then in 1984 or before. It's about 1982, I think this was a feature. And I remember reading about this in my Visa 10E handbook, which was from 1986. I remember looking and go, wow, I feel like I've been shortchanged with a 10E, basic model, solid rear seats. None of this fancy pants stuff. However, this rear seat has got another advanced feature. I think it's advanced because back in the day, no other small hatchback offered this, and only later on with the ZX, when they said, oh, the ZX seats do this, we all went, oh, and other manufacturers jumped on that bandwagon. But I'll get onto that next. The neat feature on the Citroen Visa was these rear seats. You see, split folding, quite advanced, quite posh, quite luxurious for the time. And they are literally, sorry, there's a bit of foamy up there. That is it. And you sort of go, okay, yes, Stuart, big deal. Wow, they fold down and they do this. Absolute piece of piss. You see, with the 10E and the L, one lever here, folds it all down. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass, but these come out. However, there is a really, really neat feature, which I'll tell you now, I really was blown away when I discovered this. And I'm going to show you it next. Now, this little feature that you got on your Citroen Visa was available on the higher spec models. Now, admittedly, when I say higher spec, basically Super E and above, Super E 11RE, GT, GTI, 17RD diesel. And you sort of go, ooh. Now, when you discover it, you do go, no, shut up, that can't be right. Bloody hell, it was right. Now, unlike in the Citroen ZX, you could drive with the rear seats in these positions, that position. So, ooh, Citroen did not recommend that you did this in the Citroen Visa. They were like, we do not recommend that you put the seat in this position and drive. So part of you does go, what is the point of it? It's French, right? That would be why. It's French. And the reason why it's French is because the French just literally had a tendency of literally just parking up at the side of the road for a picnic. Now, admittedly, yes, we did do that in the UK with our thermos and potted meat sandwiches. But, you know, the French were a little bit more elaborate and a little bit more relaxing because they always so had that feature in a lot of their cars. You can fold down all the seats and turn them into little banquettes and little lounges and all that sort of thing. Can't do that in a Visa. However, it does have this feature, which is phenomenal. See, so you lift that lever, fold the seat down, but if you do it this way, go all the way down, and you then look and go, hang on, the backrest is folded down. What is the point? I will show you. Now, admittedly, I have had to be a bit cheeky because, funny enough, this doesn't come with the straps that it should do, and I have no idea how long they are. So I've had to buy straps just as a makeshift thing to show this feature, really. That's all about. I bought this from a kinky shoe shop. I know, I've got a fucking reputation now for being a bit of a perv. Anyway, you put this strap, and you had a little hook, and on the little peg of the seat. And then what you did is you hooked it on, and then your rear seat turns. I hope this doesn't. If this goes wrong, then it'll be hilarious. It won't be hilarious. It'll hurt my head. And then you turn the rear seat into a little bit of a saucy chaise longue, right? And then you do that with the other one, with the other strap, and you sort of go, hello, heavy petting, or dogging. But yes, this feature, very, very unknown in Citroen Visa. You wouldn't know. You'd see the straps in the boot and just go, what are they for? You'd think you'd hang your shopping from it. No, it is to hold your seat like this. Now, admittedly, I don't know how long these straps should be, and I think I might have it a little bit too far down. It's because you don't actually want to drive as a passenger, or drive as a passenger like this, because it's really not very comfortable. But do you know what? Just on a lovely sunny day with a little beverage, little sandwiches here, nice. Because the other thing you could use is you could actually use your parcel shelf here as a tray. So, you know, if you do spill your coffee, it goes on the tray. Nice. Admittedly, the tray or the shelf goes here. Yeah, you can't use that with your seats in the way. But that for another story, because I'll tell you now, rear parcel shelf on a Visa, another, oh my God, moment. But yeah, I'll do that one another time. But yeah, anyway, that's the Citroen Visa, sexy seats. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Mind you go, take care. I'll see you soon. I might just stay here all day. Hello, welcome to Driven It. Driven It. I don't know where to put this. Okay. Oh, you finished? Sorry, random cat, it's not my own, comes to the house and shouts at me, wants food. Oh. GoPro, stop recording. And what I'm sitting on next, that's bullshit. Go horsey bitch. Feature. Hang on, because you've put that, oh hang on, no, I've done that slightly wrong. GoPro, stop recording. Buy new straps. I found these in a kinky shoe shop because I've got a plant that literally is now waving itself in front of the fucking camera. I'll strap onto the clip, and then what it does, or should do, I think, if I've got that round the right way, which I don't think I have. Have I got that the right way? No, I've done. Oh, for